Hey everybody, back at you with another exciting video. Well, actually it's kind of sort of exciting. It's a tag video, and I used to get a lot of tag videos a long time ago, and I haven't gotten many tag videos lately, but this one's kind of interesting. It's why I started my YouTube channel, and I don't know. It's when I think back, it's kind of weird how my channel started because it was kind of unintentional. But we'll get into that story, and um, I'm gonna make a. I figure this will be a good time to show a sandwich that I wanted to cook. It's called a heart attack sandwich because it's loaded. It's loaded with butter and cheese and eggs. It's a great sandwich. But anyway. And I was tagged by Boggy Creek Beast. He's a cool guy. He's got a YouTube channel. Does a lot of friction fire. Really good with friction fire. Good channel. Check him out. So, all right, let's get to moving on along with this video. A little bit about the way things started out is when we talk about me starting my channel. Actually. My channel actually started a year after I signed up for YouTube, and what it is I'm gonna process some wood for fire while we're talking. Actually, what it is my channel started up in 2010, and the reason I signed up for YouTube is the reason I signed up for YouTube was because I wanted to comment on videos, and I wanted to make like a playlist. And so I signed up in 2010. Okay, that was the only reason why I'd signed up. Okay, and so after I signed up, I can remember that Nick and I was walking through Target one day, and it was matter of fact, it was December of 2010. Okay. We were fixing to head into 2011, and I just happened to notice in Target there was a they had the Kodak ZI-8 on sale, 50% off, half price. Okay, so I thought, and I don't even know what I was thinking because I had no idea that I was ever going to make any kind of videos, but I thought it was a good deal, so I bought the camera. And so after I bought the camera, it kind of sat around there for about a week or two, and we played around with it. And then Nick and I, this was when we was real big into watching Les Stroud, Survivor Man. And so as we got to watching Survivor Man, I thought it was interesting how he was always talking about cameras and batteries, and he was talking about filming himself, and I liked how he had the camera down at his feet, and he had the camera aimed at him, and then he would say things like, "I got you up here and I got you down here," and he would edit it in. I just thought it was cool. And then I don't know, I had remembered that I'd fooled around all those years with camping and hiking and bushcrafting and woodcraft and everything. And I remember saying to Nick, I thought, he was 11 years old at the time, my son. And I remembered saying, we ought to make videos, because I had remembered, and it was a weird thing. It kind of clicked in my brain. And I remember the first guy I ever watched that made me feel like I wanted to make videos was Oregon Mike. So, yes, I signed up for YouTube for the playlist part of things, but as far as, actual wanting to make YouTube videos, seeing Les Stroud's TV show helped me, but what pushed me over the edge was Oregon Mike. So y'all can thank Oregon Mike for me wanting to get out there. And it was a father-son thing. Nick was going to be the cameraman, and then that's pretty much how it got started. Now I remember, uh, I remember when Oregon Mike posted me on his Facebook page when we had just started out and me and Nick only had 3 videos. If I remember right, I'm trying to remember, I'm thinking I had 2 or 3 subs, either 2 or 3 or 7 or 8. It was below 10. And in no time, I jumped up to 130 because of Oregon Mike. So that was really great of him. And I thank him for that. And I better get this fire going if we're going to cook anything today. So, and another guy that helped me out a lot was, there was a guy named Tom. I think Tom Thompson. He's not on YouTube anymore. Sad. The name of his channel was Tom's Real Life Survival School. And he got a bunch of people interested in my channel. There we go. Alright. I have smoke in my eyes. I think I'm going to move over. So anyway, Tom got a bunch of people interested in my channel, which I thought was really, really great. He had a bunch of students, and it's sad that he's not on YouTube anymore, because he was just a great guy. He really, really helped me out a lot. And then I started making friends on YouTube, which was really cool. And some of my earliest friends, a lot of them I'm still friends with now, which is cool. Let me blow on this here. Whoop, almost caught my hair on fire. Some of my earliest friends, there was a guy named Army Stinger 150. And I don't guess I talk to him a whole lot anymore, but he was a fantastic guy too. He made videos, and then that's when I met Sarah Dreamin'. She's still on YouTube, and there was just several other people. It's hard to remember them all. Might have to back up and punt on this one. I ain't gonna have to worry about bugs in the shelter, that's for sure. Let me try this here. I don't know why this thing ain't going good. It should have went. There you go. Sometimes that's a whole lot safer. I think it's good to screw things up like this, because you get to see. That's like a lot of times. It's like Morris Kohansky says, to the inexperienced. Well, sometimes the inexperienced would have gotten mad and gave up at that point, but if I know for a fact I had a lot of grass down low, and when you've got a lot of grass down low like that, just keep going. No reason to start over. And so what I'll do is I'll put all this stuff on there. You know, I should have done some research, and I should have started looking back at some of the people that I was friends with. And I should have mentioned a lot more of them, but it's bad. But I've had so many friends. Oh, and another thing I've got to say, Mike at Bushcraft Bartons, that guy's awesome. Every time, because there's things about the features of YouTube that I didn't know about. And he taught me a lot. Anytime I ever had a question, he would answer them. Let me move the camera down here. We'll talk a little more while this gets going. I think you can see here why I split this wood the way I did. Because this stuff is just, that stuff's great the way it does. I'm going to put some hunks of wood over here so I can get it down to some coals pretty soon. That way we can start cooking. Because I'm going to be using my cast iron pan. And with my cast iron pan, I don't want to, see these will fall down into the fire. And then I'll have me some good coals, some good hardwood coals. I got a bunch of dried hickory that I split up. It'll give me some nice coals to cook over. Let me put it over here. Alright, so anyway, we went over that. I mean, I could easily say in 3 minutes why I started my YouTube channel, but I think it's cool to kind of, I think this is a good tag for me to kind of look back and reflect on where I came from and who I was and how I got started and the people that helped me. And Mike from Bushcraft Bartons always answered my questions, always nice. Sep from, for years I thought it was Wald Handwork, but it's not. It's Wald Handwerk, I think. Anyway, he was a friend, a real good friend, and there's going to be a bunch of them that I'm going to miss, but the friends have just continued to pile on year after year, which I think is pretty cool. It's great having friends. It's fantastic having friends on YouTube, but making videos has really enriched my life. The gifts I've gotten from friends all over the world. Oh yeah, and I got to remember too, another thing, my good friend Ulrika from Sweden. Been friends with her for a long time. Just so many of them. There was another guy named Whitetail Hunter I was friends with. And there's just, I don't know, there's just been so many of them. So many friends on YouTube. A lot of controversial videos. One video that I had to delete. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me get you another camera angle. Now my fire's finally starting to die down just a little bit. We'll get to coals in a minute. You can kind of see it's it's making my tarp kind of blow around a little bit. Up top, it's kind of flopping from the heat. If it was a winter night, it'd be pretty good. I got my cast iron pan hanging up over there I'm going to use. It's a Lodge. Get over here for a minute. I'm going to start pre-warming my pan just a little bit. Oh man, can you see me? Oh, I haven't adjusted my mirror yet. I really enjoy rambling with y'all sometimes. Alright, it's starting to die down just a little bit. Let's see. But basically that's it, and on my YouTube channel. And I don't know, it's been a lot of fun over the years, and made a lot of good videos. Got a lot of good feedback from my videos. Had a couple of videos that I had to delete, like I said, because they were so controversial and the attacks got so bad and the comments were so bad, you know, that I just had to get rid of them. And see, what I'm doing now is I'm kind of preheating this pan right here a little bit to keep from shocking it, because it was cool last night. Once these flames die down a little bit, I'll start cooking. I may just put the pan just like this right here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna kind of, I'll let the, so I'm letting the flames, I'm gonna kind of let the flames preheat that pan just a little bit. And I got this thing here I'll put over the handle whenever I actually start cooking. Yeah, they're starting to die down now. As soon as that gets down to coals, then the pan will be kind of warm and I'll be able to set it right over there. And hopefully start cooking pretty soon. Let's see. Alright, I got the fire going just right the way I want it to be. It's starting to get down. I got some good glowing coals right there. So what I'm going to do now, I got my pan preheated. I don't know how many people cook with cast iron, but I didn't want to shock my pan too bad. I didn't want to shock it from it being cold overnight. Now what I'm doing is, the way I've got it is it's level on these rocks, but there's enough room in here for air to keep the coals. Smoke's going to come up just naturally. Yes, it's starting to warm up already. Alright, let me ease you on down here a little bit. Put a rock right here and a rock right here. Alright, let's see what we got now. Oh, I'm pretty much through talking about the YouTube channel. I'm making a sandwich now. Look, old parts of a milk carton make a fantastic plate. Let's see what we got here now. We got some bread. Alright, this is my heart attack sandwich that was shown to me by my brother. Let's see. What do we got here now? Got a couple of eggs in here. I'm going to break them. Oh, got some eggs and some cheese. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the cheese and I'm going to lay the cheese over here. I'm just going to go ahead and lay the cheese on the bread, on one slice of the bread, and just kind of let it sit there. Now this pan, what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of butter on it first off, and it's one way of kind of seeing how warm it is. See that? All right, let me reach down here and grab this. Check on my coals. See, everything's still going pretty good. You want to set your rocks up ahead of time, and I've set these up ahead of time, and I've never bumped them. Move you down here. Let's grab me a little slice of butter here. Slab it in the middle. I believe what I'm going to do is as soon as I clean this pan, alright, now that ought to give me a reasonably good surface. I think what I'm going to do now is I am going to move the camera down a little bit so that you can get a better view of what I am doing. Okay? Alright, I got you a little bit closer right there. Let's see what we have here now in the bag. I got a junky old spatula. Whatever it takes to keep from ruining your cast iron. Alright, let's see. Let's grab a couple of eggs here. Now what you want to do, 2 eggs, usually we'll get it. There you go. Now see, it's already dang near too hot. That's why you got to get it down to coals, not necessarily a flame. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to scoot everything over into a square. What I do is I try to make it like a square the same size as what your sandwich is going to be. A lot of people have a lot of trouble cooking over a campfire, and with me, a lot of people used to freak out over me cooking over. People used to freak out over me cooking over a flame, but that's liquids like coffee. If you're doing coffee, you want liquids. I mean liquids. If you want to do them fast, hot and fast, that's what you want to do. But solids like this, you want coals. So I got a lot of heat. That don't look like much of a fire, but that is a lot of fire. And it's kind of hard to beat this cast iron right here, because what you do is later on you'll boil water and then you'll clean this with hot water. No soap ever. Under no circumstances ever use soap. This actually works better with 1 egg because this top's still kind of runny. There you go. Alright. See, the bottom's gotten like really dirty. But that's okay. No big deal. At one point, you can take the whenever you think it's going to be getting pretty close to being done, You can flip it over a couple of times. Alright. Yeah, that's getting pretty close to done right there. So what you can do is the next step, put that on there. Okay. All I want to do now, put that right there. Feel it, it's not too hot. Yeah, they'll start, you can hear that, you can hear it sizzling. Now you move down here. We're going to cut a little bit more butter. Like I say, old milk jug makes a great plate / cutting board. Now what I do is I cut me 2 slabs of butter. I'll leave one sitting on top. Cut another slab of butter and leave it on my little skewer. Okay, get a paper towel in here somewhere. Let's see, there's one. Get the butter off my hands. It's my food bag. Alright, now what we're going to do, let's move you back up here to the pan. What we're going to do now is grab you up a piece of bread. Just grab the whole thing, lay the bread on top, and flip it over. Don't that look good? Egg and cheese. And you lay the other bread on top. Okay. Now what you do, take your you don't do that. Lay that over here on the milk jug. Take your butter, put your butter right in the middle. Get all that butter right there and just set the sandwich right slap dab in the middle of the butter. If it's scooted around. Oh, so buttery goodness. That's part of the reason why this is nicknamed the heart attack sandwich. And we'll just let that sit there for a minute and skewer. I mean, simmer, brown, if you will. All right, I got you in here real close. Scoot this thing around a little bit. Let's see if it's brown. Yeah, it's starting to brown real good. Takes it a little bit to do. This is a really, really delicious sandwich. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites. Something else you can do is while you're browning, if you think it's browning a little bit too slow, is you can grab a couple of more sticks and lay it on top. Well, lay it underneath. I'll show you here in a minute. These little things here, it's kind of stupid looking, but it sure is handy. Use it as a handle over your thing here. You can kind of stoke the fire a little bit. Oh, put you some sticks on it. That thing will get back going real good here in a minute. Once I start getting some more flames, I'll put some more butter over it. I'll put a couple more pieces of this on there. There it goes. Now you got some flames coming back. As soon as you see flames coming out from around the pan, that's when you'll put your other slab of butter. Let's see. It'll warm everything up. See, with a small fire like this, you have to constantly tend to it. You're just constantly. And see, I got my other slab of butter ready. Alright, let's see how brown it is. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. So what I'll do now, put the butter on. Yeah, now see, the butter's not vanishing in the thin air, but it's melting, so it's just perfect. You swirl it around into about the size of your bread. Dang, sandwich almost fell apart. And then you slop your sandwich back on. There you go. And then you just want to shove it around and get all of the buttery, ooey, gooey goodness. Oh, now as far as tagging other people, this video should be done by the time that's browned. As far as tagging other people, I'm going to tag, I don't know how many people I'm going to tag. I got a list, and I didn't bring the list with me, so I'm going to put them at the end of the video. But you that are tagged, just make a video on why you started your YouTube channel. If you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Tags are for fun. And, you know, if you don't want to, don't do it. But if you do, tag 3 other people to make a video on why why they made their YouTube channel, why they started it. Alright, I'm about ready to pull this off the fire and see how it is. Yeah, see, now I got the fire going too good that time. But that's okay. That just means it's ready to eat. So here it is. The easiest way to do this, hold on. Just lay the plate on top of it, flip it over, and then let it cool. And then I'm going to eat. Alright, now what I'm going to do, keep from overheating my pan too bad. Okay, that's another good thing, that sooty bottom on there. You want that good sooty bottom on there. You do not ever want your cast iron to get heated to the point to where the bottom turns gray. If it gets covered in soot, that's okay. You're fine and dandy. Okay, so what I'll do with it now is I'll set it right here on this rock. Don't ever set your cast iron on the ground, because if there's any moisture in the ground and you pull your pan off the fire, there's a possibility that it could instantly suck the moisture up and crack the pan. I know there's going to be people that's going to say I'm crazy, but it can happen. Okay. Now this video, you might possibly think it might just be a touch boring, but that's what I had to say about my YouTube channel. It wasn't like it was the most exciting thing in the world, but I did get to make my sandwich. Which is pretty cool, because I've been wanting to make a sandwich. I've been wanting to make this sandwich for a while. So anyway, let me adjust the camera over here so that you can actually see me. Alright, this thing's very, very hot. This is an extreme mouth burner. But if you ever get a chance to, this is a great, if you like an egg and cheese sandwich with gobs and gobs of artery clogging butter, then this is your sandwich. Alright, y'all that are tagged, like I say, make a video if you want to. If you don't want to, it ain't no big deal. If you want to, you can just sit in front of the camera and talk as to why you started your YouTube channel, or you know, you can fool around, cook something, carve something, you know, kind of makes the tag videos interesting. So, anyway. Alright, here goes. Heart attack sandwich. Let's try it out and see how it tastes. Oh, love it. Ooey gooey goodness. On the cheapest plate on earth. Alright, I'm going to eat and I'm going to take a nap, and in the next video, there's a bunch of people, before summer's over, there's a bunch of people that was saying that all you do is raise beds in the summer. Do you have any kind of ground shelter? Yes, I have one ground shelter for summer, and I'll show it in the next video. And I'm going to talk about my bug net, I'm going to show the ground shelter, and I'm going to show a bizarre A-frame that has no ridge pole. I plan on doing that. That should be the next video, I think. So y'all stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to flash the names on the screen as I am leaving. And I'm going to eat, and this is just ooey gooey, drippy goodness. That's some good eating. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, now that my now that my belly's full, it's nap time in Georgia. See you in the next one.